Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Republic of Amalfi series here on the Lord Master channel. And as you know that you are watching this on the week where the EU4 Croatia series, this long running series I've been working on since June, has been concluded, in which you will see the final two episodes for this week of Croatia, while the Crusader Kings 2 Republic of Amalfi series will continue. I'll probably keep this series going until, probably around 1200s. I'm being generous, around the 1200s, because by that time I'll probably start getting bored. And due to the geographical position, don't have to worry about the Mongols or anything else. It's just there's still a couple of things I want to do in this republic that I have not done yet, such as, fighting against other republics to take their, take their trade posts from some other place that isn't under direct Republic control. Like we learned that the hard way the last time. Because, what we did with that. Anyways, I also want to address something regarding the future of the Lord Master channel in regards to Crusader Kings in general. Now, this was, again, here in November. This was supposed to be originally the month that I would begin the Crusader Kings 3 series featuring the Avars, but that's not going to happen until 2022, as they are pushing back the Royal Court DLC until 2022, probably early 2022 at the earliest, I think. So that way the game can run very, very properly, so they don't want to start all bugging in that. But again, that's their business. I'll just focus on mine. And of course, when Amalfi ends, what the hell am I else going to do? Oh, don't worry about it, because I am considering, there will be a series that will be concurrent with this series, or even perhaps go back to, some other series that one of which has been gone in hiatus for many months, and I thought I kind of want to get back into it because it's a feeling of some unfinished business. And if I do want to start a new series when Amalfi ends, if I want to still keep up with the Crusader Kings 2 content, since you people are always positive on me for doing that because of the mods, the HIP, or even the When the World Stops Making Sense, all these overhaul mods that just makes it feel new and original. I mean, I could think of a few ideas in my head, including this one Bosnian viewer that told me, it's like, hey, you should do an HIP series on Bosnia. I mean, I'm not going to do the whole Tesla-witch thing again, but maybe at a historical time, like start in the 1200s and end all the way to the end date, which would be a shorter series, but it's something to do. It's something to pass the time. Or even, you know how the reason why I did this Amalfi series in the first place, because the guy who made the various events in Merchant and Talesman, now, he did this cultural, thing, similarity like we did with the Republic of Amalfi. They do have a few other ones, including around here in Laconia, around the Peloponnese region. They do have their own regional flavor events of that, so I may be considering doing a Greek playthrough for the first time, a Byzantine playthrough, maybe considering that as a vassal to Byzantium, of course, which, of course, as you can see in the Amalfi playthrough, it's non-existent. We destroyed it. And replaced it with the Latin Empire, led by my son, Zotto, the Sword of God. Or even go as far as, the Tarim Basin. Like, maybe I should do a Tokharian playthrough, another minority culture that gets overlooked, similar to the Sogdians. But it's wedged between two, regions, Pamir and Dan Huang, which is obviously not visible on the map in HIP, so I may have to do it without the somewhat more historical map if I'm going to do a Tokharian playthrough. I mean, just another example. And the other overhaul mod I mentioned, When the World Stopped Making Sense, that I did it with the Sogdians, and of course they have more events, further in Western Europe, but that's not really my interest. Or even when I go to India, of course, on that map over there, you only get half of India in the somewhat more historical map mode of Historical Immersion Project. So I even thought about doing a possibility of When the World Stopped Making Sense playthrough in India, particularly South India, with because there's this totally separate faith that's not part of the Dharmic faith, such as Dravidian paganism. Yes, Dravidian pagans. And they have their own warrior lodge. Trust me, I did my research. So, possible interest on that, even though it'll be you against the world, as in, you know, you're a Dravidian pagan in a sea of Hindus and all that. But again, I'm just throwing a bunch of ideas. I'm not really finalizing it. And all that. So again, I'm not really going to be like that. Or hell, maybe in that same period of the When the World Stopped Making Sense, since I talked about Avar so much, maybe a possibility I should do an Avar series, but it would have to be, you know, again, it'll be from over there in this area that I'm pinpointing you. The Avars would be nomads by then. So perhaps I should do my first ever nomadic playthrough for Crusader Kings 2. I mean, you've seen me play this feudal often, you've seen me as tribal, and obviously I'm playing as a Merchant Republic. I don't think I've ever done a video playthrough as of a nomadic government. I thought about considering that, but when I said the Avars, I mean, not those kind of Avars that look like it's been watered down. I mean, they may be nomadic, but the geographical positioning here, it's just terrible at this point. Surprisingly, for 159 years of it. And plus, the Crusader Kings 3 Avar playthrough that I plan on doing in the future, it would be set in Heves, Visegrad area. Yeah, around there. That's where it'll be set, but the only difference is they're not going to be nomadic. They're going to be tribal. Tribal vassals to Bulgaria, rather than the a tributary state, as it once was before, under Bulgarian suzerainty. So again, those are just my ideas. So if you people have something to say about, hey, what kind of series I should do in the future just to make up for not having EU4 for the rest of 2021, since I plan on taking an extended break from that, since I finished the Croatian series. And yeah, just throwing it out there. Like everything from Bogomils Bosnia to the nomadic Avars to Dravidian pagans, or even the Tokharians of the Taklamakan desert region, the Tarim Basin, or even the Peloponnesian Greeks. I mean, I'm throwing a bunch of ideas at you to see what will stick. You know, there's that old saying goes. I mean, that's an American saying. We just throw a bunch of at the wall and see what will stick, and we'll do with that idea, even though that's used in context of bad ideas. But you know what I mean. But anyways, Seco, let's go find out Hermetic text, see how much money I'm going to spend. In actuality, I don't want to spend too much, because I plan on going to war against that evil republic. Well, I don't know why you said evil. So I do not have much to spare. Plus the size of our forces versus theirs, theirs is a much weakened state. And they don't have the money to get the mercenaries, so this will be easy pickings. But of course, these vassal levies that I would be using them. Well, how much do we actually get it off? Actually, no. We don't need to raise the vassal levies. We don't need to do that. We can handle it. So that settles it then. We're going to go to war to put that iconoclast back into the Peloponnese. In Messenia, to be exact. Why Messenia? This is where the potential trade post is. Even though it's same in Laconia and Kornuf, because you're a merchant republic and it's coastal. Only those inland could build a potential trade post. And plus there isn't one right now. So we gotta get that And we'd rather do that rather than fight for the other areas, so it's the only logical option. And plus there was a recent succession or election, so to speak, so they're not going to get much levy support. Still alive, old man? You healthy? Well, he is considered the enemy of the Jews, and he's a known murderer because he murdered a baron. Well, he murdered a baron because he currently resides in Heraklion. Ah, no wonder why we have that. He just happens to be living here. Well, let's hope for a quick resolution to the war before he dies of old age. I mean, seriously, he's got children. Actually, it does not matter. It's a republic. Just do it. Stop making excuses. Claim Messenia. We don't need the allies. We can handle this on our own. And the council is rather divided. Now, why are you so damn divided? I can tell that you are returning a favor to Moro. He's a pragmatist, and he says there are other wars that are more important for me right now. Okay, return the favor to him. There is no glory in this war. The enemy's too weak. Ah, shut up. And my Jewish spy master. He's adaptive, so he has no particular opinion on matters, been swayed by the diplomacy rating of other voters. But besides myself as the voting starter, I got 3 loyalists, but this one, my steward, he's a zealot. Because it's a war against the religious enemy. That's why he says that. Because they're talking about the Orthodox. Which, of course, by Crusader Kings 3 standards, they are viewed as a stray. So yes, the council is divided, but we will go to that war no matter what. And this should have enough money on us. To Amalfi. Actually, hang on. Rally point here. God dog it, put it here. And yes, this will be led by the same man. The same man who got shot in the leg by an arrow, and then he took a spear to the face. But he ain't quitting yet, despite the fearful vision. Well, visions be damned. And it looks like we got enemy forces coming in. They will be landing here. At the Neapolis. Alright, come here. You may be my rival, but you are one of our capable commanders. And you... oh, I hope you die in this war, because we don't want you to get elected, because my son deserves to be the successor. He deserves to be elected to the Republic. Not you. Not you, you bastard. All aboard Messenia, the Ionian Sea. My Doge, the more I study the Fraticelli religion, the more I feel compelled to embrace it and show the wisdom that lies in this text. I have sent you excerpts of the most interesting parts. I urge you to follow my example and embrace the Fraticelli religion. What? How dare you? Again, the Fraticelli, as a reminder, or Little Brethren. It's a Catholic heresy that originated from the Franciscan order of monks. It is devoted to poverty and asceticism, especially for men of the cloth. Fratelli heretics are vilely opposed to the church wealth and displays of opulence. So the bishops of that faith must pay tax to the Pope rather than secular. So basically it's the alternate Catholic faith, because unlike all the other Catholic heresies, this one's allowed to have a religious head, if it exists. Which you have to take Rome for that first. Good lord. If I become that, I would be, I mean, I can't get excommunicated, but there'll be holy wars against me. Wars against the Republic. We can't afford that. And we can't afford a crusade against us. That goes against everything you stand for. I'll just say he is mad. Arrest him. And your punishment is demand that you must return to be a Catholic. There's no punishment here. Just tell you, hey, be Catholic again. Whatever bullshit they taught you, they're all lies. As soon as you're free from prison, I'll put you back to being designated heir. Just... Oh, this is excellent timing. Hey. Where's... Oh, he went to seclusion. Right, because there's a disease nearby. And his residence is, actually, he doesn't have a... I could have sworn I thought he had a residence. But no, it's just as mentioned in Amalfi. Land here. Distinguished commander is you. Now never do that again. I'll make you designated heir again. And you know, CK2 is no longer my apprentice, as he's a higher rank of the Hermetic Society. You know, she's got a good mind. Simply for the sake of it, daughter-in-law. To be Hermetics together. Yeah. Plus, am I correct? Is CK2 a higher rank now? Initiate. That's the word you're talking about. Initiate. Yes, you're correct. And I'm going to put you back into service. Actually... No, you can't designate your children to be State Inquisitor or High Admiral or High Judge. Put him back on command. He has some military talents. And since that man went into seclusion, you may be a lot of things, CK2, but I figured it's about time that you learn combat. You say you're a formidable fighter? Well, let's see you in action. But be careful, don't lose this thing. It's not a weapon. It's a staff. Not for hitting people. Don't I have a weapon somewhere I could give him for his own protection? I am currently using a handgun. You can use the Mace of Amalfi. That one hasn't been used in a while. Initiate CK2 and search every shelf and chest in a dusty old shop. For days on end, we did nothing but breathe dustingly through boring old texts that were full of nonsense. On the fourth day, I was incredibly surprised to lay my eyes on the symbol of the three primes. I think I found a tome, CK2, despite the fact you spent your time in prison, because I told you, hey, don't do this thing. Well, crud, they went away. Well, let's get the city down and return to Amalfi. But of course, the Sorrento army will have to put up a defense unless they attack Neapolis. For future reference. For foreign invasions. Alright, you got your weapon. And here's the old chainmail armor. Unnerving news from Asera. There was a village there that was relatively prosperous and sizable. However, recently, all of its inhabitants simply vanished. People from nearby zones organized search parties. Even some local officials went to investigate the matter, but no one from that village was ever found. Now all that remains is the wind whistling through the village, dark, abandoned, and lifeless. What on earth happened to that village? It's a ghost town. No disease came from here. An entire village in this province somehow disappeared overnight. Its buildings and roads remain, but none of its inhabitants could be found. It's a serene province, and somehow it disappeared. For the next 12 years? Good God. Heading to Aversa. They'll run into Constantine's army. Well, look at that. The Desperate of Greece. Or what's left of it. Peloponnesian III succeeds Peloponnesian II. Oh, he's a bad guy. He's got wrath, and he's arbitrary, he's craven, and especially he's left-handed. That doesn't look highly in church standards. But they call him the Inquisitor. My granddaughter just died a sickly infant. Daughter of Tassilo, who's become a lunatic. He's been a stammerer for a while, but he just, you know. Now we need to take this castron. But at least this whole garrison has not filled up. Yeah, he's my rival, but he ain't gonna be around for long. You go for this. Those are Ragusan forces. One is in a war with Italy, fighting against the HRE for Italy, and another is defending Apulia. But forces of the HRE got their hands full. Smuggler's Ring in Amalfi is gone. in adverse. You know what? Abandon the operation. We always had butcher and fishery there. We already have a butchery and fishery in Acera. We can get rid of this, and if time allows, unless that'll be under CK2's time, we'll search for another resource. Which, of course, it's a costly thing, as we all know of what that's like. Did they gain those islands recently? No, he's always been the owner of that. Apparently that title of Greece doesn't really exist. That is a titular title. Is it not? Yeah. Titular. Ah! Fought them in a pitched battle. Fortifications of Napoli is finished, so they'll have no chance at sieging us down. Pay up. Now let's go take Corinthos, because that's the capital of the Republic. Perhaps we should talk an alliance. The Amalfi Peasant Revolt. Apulia has no chance of stopping them because they're in the middle of war with Ragusa, which they will retain the city. Well, to be quite honest, I wish we have an alliance with Apulia, but you have to ask him directly, as he's quite a character himself. So should the Melfians, is that what we would call the citizens of, yeah, I guess we could call them the Melfians of Melfi, that they may possibly free themselves in a peasant revolt, overthrowing the Prince Bishopric, and it'll be led by a noble. But keep in mind, Langobards live there. Well, he has no son, but we have your child. Definitely a weak point. Saxo, grandson Saxo, son of CK2. Oh yes, definitely. I mean, he is already a novice fighter himself, and I made CK2 the court tutor. Yeah, he should be, because he's got vast knowledge, uncomparable to everybody else. I don't want to be the one to educate grandchildren. But remember, this is the war to put that iconoclast back in. So we use that as a scapegoat to take this city and build a trade post, both at the same time. It's not time for the grand debate yet. And it seems taking a stone does not count up the war score, so in that case, ransom. They've hired mercenaries over there. Stop them. Defeating them in a big pitched battle will earn us the war score more. personal whim. I don't like the men in front of me. They came petitioning me for better governance in Amalfi, but I don't care about their reasons. Besides, the ones to the left has green eyes, and I make point to never trust green eyes. These men will be treated with contempt and will get nothing from me. Well, this is what I get for being arbitrary. That's the penalty of having that trait. Throughout Landar's life, he may be a philosopher, but some say he was a sinner. Others say he's just misunderstood. All he wanted to do is to learn the secrets of the universe. You are the jurist, so you were the legal tutor. Oh boy, the host wants to conquer Peloponnese. Oh, we can help him out with that. So where did he come from? These are Bulgars. Tengrists. He's got a decorative lute and a beautiful calippers. Interesting set of trinkets for him to carry on his adventures. So in actuality, it came, this decorative lute, it came from the Bishop of Mille until it was taken by Slavic Rus and passed down to the Catholic Rus, and then stolen, either looted or whatever. Now it came to the leader of Vitam's host. And the beautiful calipers came from the Kefale Marianos of Kalonoros. And then take it from that. Aha. So he has been raiding recently. But now he intends to conquer the Peloponnese. This will weaken the Republic further. You know what, let's help him out with that. He may be sieging it now, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Or whatever the hell you're trying to say. No for struggle. So now I'm assisting him on this siege. If the siege is won, Argos and then Napoleon will be fallen to this host, Vitam's host, while Messenia will go to the Iconoclast. I've come to some information which I may believe they used to. Namely that Archon Theodotos engineered a plot against my person. Be advised and act accordingly. The plot is revealed. Is that so? I mean, after all, he is my rival, and I do take issues against him. But what plot? Aha! I would imprison you right now, but we're currently at war. You better end that plot right now. Oh, no, he won't. These two rivals of mine conspire against me. Oh, wait a minute. He's from Messenia. That's the man who wants to assassinate me. Well then, you're gonna lose your city. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna lose your city. Amalfi is no longer a peaceful province due to the state of war. Yeah, Vitam's host now belongs to... the city of Argos now belongs to Vitam's host. But of course it's going to take a while longer. I mean, taking the capital is one thing, but the rest, well, that'll be another. I don't know this woman, but she's got good traits. Let her go free at once. She should be married to somebody, or betrothed perhaps to Sax. Well, I don't know, the age difference. I mean, in 2 years he'll be married, but the children he'll be getting will be doubtful. But fertility plus... just go for it. I'll pay the bride price. Whoa, easy there. Huh. Will he engage the enemy? He'd be there at the 4th? Be there at the 9th? No, he won't. But I'll tell you what. A Jewish exile fleeing persecution from elsewhere in Europe has shown up in my court. His time spent abroad has gifted him with many connections. And by all accounts, he's been an able diplomat and he would make a fine chance. And then let me see you before I read this other event. What are you? Charismatic negotiator, professional cast, trained diplomat, socializer. Alright. We've done enough to improve relations. Stick around. We're gonna need you. Yeah, there is no way they can stop that Amalfian peasant revolt. As we lie both awake in bed after a night of lovemaking, my Xene came close to my ear and whispered a request that caused a shiver of my spine. Out of thin air, she proposed to take the role of Sergo, my spy master, and be part of the council. A deep, wet kiss, full of desire, pointedly underscores her appeal for a positive answer. Oh, that woman, former lover, calls me out of touch. And that has attracted me much because I've been shot in the leg and I'm disfigured and I'm an old man. And one thing that's been overshadowed about Great Landar is he's a homosexual. I don't think he's ever had a male lover in his life because there's hardly ever a male homosexual character in court. People would shun me if I give this to her. Perhaps we should discuss this now. Now. So, my diplomacy stat isn't as good as it used to be. Not a socializer, not gregarious. But, I am content, trusting. Oh no, that won't work at all. That won't work. Oh, God, dog it. No matter what you do, it's gonna end badly. And people will hate my guts, especially the patricians, if I give her this position. And she'll still not like me no matter what if I gave her that position. If it gets her sexually aroused like that. No. This is gonna be a modern disaster. We're going to engage the enemy, beat him up one more time, and then, subsequently, we will help out Vitam to take the Peloponnese, with the exception of Messenia, as long as it weakens the Republic. Sorgo, my appointed spy master, recently warned me that my spouse is pursuing a devious plan to assume the place at the council. That will require cunning and cold blood, but knowing Xene, I know she can pull it off. And now I was thinking all that pillow talk is already forgotten. Yeah, she really wants that position. Maybe this is her way to become a spy master. And then she'll join the plot because she hates me now. And try to get rid of me. I would subtly interfere, but I would say spare no effort to counter the plot. So, let me see. Attempt to foil my spouse's efforts in an active way. This means more chances to stop my spouse's objectives. There could be dramatic consequences in the case of my success. My spouse might feel particularly aggrieved. Aggrieved. In this case, beyond a mere possibility, such expected traits of my spouse. She is not rough, nor cruel, not envious, nor arbitrary, to weigh more in results. Regarding myself, my intrigue is my weak point. But I'm not paranoid, not weary. And regarding my spouse, following the effect of this event, she's got 12 intrigue, so she's better than me. She's not cruel, not rough, not envious, not arbitrary, not an assassin, thank God. Neither is schemer. Not chill. What is she then? She is not deceitful, not ambitious, not a loose shadow, and doesn't have an intrigue education, nor diplomatic. She is cynical, though. Oh, one more thing. Unknown sources, so she's dull-minded, not bright, so that may work against her, so this is indirect, a benign way, but this is an active way. Just do it! Stop her from getting in that position. Otherwise it won't end well for me. I'm afraid of her. North by northwest. To my surprise, my spouse's plan revealed itself fully when she came asking for something new instead of the count's position. At first I was taken aback at such subterfuge, but then I considered a request. What? She wants the city? The city of Amalfi? You gotta be insane. That's insanity. Giving her the keys to the city? I mean, one, that would be under Republic government and not Mercantile Republican. And two, there's gonna be war to take that city back. But if I tell her, you get nothing. But it's gonna have a severe drawback. And then she will hate me forever. Oh God, for the next 5 years, all my skills go down. This is madness. Absolute madness. Is that right, the commune? Commune? Yes, the community of Amalfi, but not the, that one. But then again, I always consider Napoli as the second home, but people are gonna get mad at this. I don't know if I should really go through it. And plus the money is crashing down. But again, she wants the keys to the city. But giving her that would undermine the whole republic. That would mean our rival republics out there are going to be laughing at us if they hear this news about what just happened in the capital. And then I would move my residence to Napoli. And then we gotta somehow get that city back. I mean, she may have been bearing the greatest children I ever had, but that woman. But a -3 in all skills and all that, yeah, that's gonna have quite a bit of drawbacks for the next 5 years. And then we become rivals. But again, refuse her offer. She gains neither the council nor the city. Beware, this path may lead to dangerous consequences. Fears affecting the probability of such to my spouse's traits, which she does not have: rough, cruel, envious, or ambitious. So yeah, if she didn't hate me before, she hates me now. Due to a private feud with the spouse, this character can't concentrate properly on day-to-day activities. Yeah, we need to get rid of her right now. Can I divorce her because she hates me now? Well, it's pretty close. We need to get the Pope on our side. Hey, yeah, we have a falling out together. There's no need to pause for assassination or not. I need you to send it to Rome. Improve relations with the Pope. We need to get the Holy Father on our side. Yes, I know the war score's at 100%, but we're gonna help this, yeah, we're gonna help this Tengrist get the Peloponnese for himself. It's downright insanity. Pay up. Not like that, you fool! Not like that, you damned fool. Ah yes, the twins. You go for faith because of your higher learning. And as for you, well, I would go for pride. It's because the intrigue I saw. Take a medium loan. How many times I'm gonna take more loans? As I said, we need to get to the Pope on our side, and we'll divorce her. She's out of my life, and then that's it. But I fear, due to her intrigue, she might join that plot to kill me. Actually, there is no assassination plot to kill me anymore. Well, again, it started by Theodotus, which he is resting right now, so that's good. No, sorry. Alright. This one's another castron for them to take. Helping Vitam. I cannot believe we're gonna screw that republic over. They can have Corinthos, but knowing this, they're gonna be back to head to this area and fight them, and then they'll occupy the rest. Meanwhile, the Amalfian peasant revolt continues. And Apulia doesn't have much forces to stop them, but they're going to keep growing their levy size until it's enough strength to deal with that peasant revolt. And if they don't get them in time... No, I'm not spending any more money on looking for hermetic texts, son. Calm yourself. Okay, they're together again. Just take one more holding for Vitam, and then we're gonna get out of here. You're on your own. You can deal with those forces the rest of them from there. And they'll be out of your hair for good. Although he just got his money, so he may hire more mercenaries if he needs to. It's kind of my intention that the lug of the Corsa Geta, Udozels, is bribed to threaten this weight into my domain to get enough people to recognize a claim on my title as fabricators. Dokisa Gate. They better not use it. I'm trying to get home. That bit. She has a claim on that. Alright, skedaddle to Crete. Have fun, Vitam. Even though you're a Tengris, but if you were a Catholic, I would most definitely help you. But you're not taking Messenia. That belongs to the iconoclast now, who is currently depressed. But it is no matter. We're gonna get what we came for. Gets the polis of Messenia. And that technically makes it a republic. Just a republic. There, we're out of here. And that host over there will not target Messenia. We've made Messenia into a yeah, that man's still around. One second. How many ships? 1, 8. We need a... Hey. God dang it, I just need those vassal ships to bring our knights back home. Resign you from your post. We had appalling intrigue happen to us. One of the modifiers expired. Exceptional year to steel furnace of Amalfi. Good. It's good timing. Now they're taking a trade post. And we can declare war against them whenever we want to. As soon as that trade post is April. Remember the date. 27th of April. Fight the war for Messenia. For the trade post. We wanted to establish presence there for a long time. We simply put him over there as the Archon. And since it's a republic, it's open elective. Whatever Tony is and whoever he's married to, doesn't matter anymore. We swear to you, we will be back. And it looks like they finally took care of that peasant revolt of Amalfi there. Honestly, I would have loved to see an independent Amalfi. So it wouldn't be a Prince Bishopric. Yeah. Just gotta pay a little bit of interest. Very little to complain about. Damn, he's way far. That man keeps getting more and more prestige. And there's reasons for that, especially he's a Gongshi. He graduated from the Guzji and passed the Imperial examination on the national level. That's better than my son's. That man needs to be rid of. Now let's bring stability back. And then declare war against Messenia. Still besieging what is left of Achaea. So he'll take that, and he'll probably swing by Kornif to take back this holdings he besieged. So we will see an independent Peloponnese, but under Bulgarian Tengrist control. Bulgar. Distinct from Bulgarians themselves. And it's possible that forces from the Despotate of Greece may intervene and take this area. This is a volatile area, is the Peloponnesian Peninsula. One would think it brings back the memories of the Peloponnesian War. Even Nicopolis could also deal with that. We just only wanted this and that only. But you wait till April. She's quick. But she's got a high stewardship skill, so stewardship it is. And finally, we have enough money and time to hold a grand debate. So once again, expect many members of the Hermetic Society to appear for the grand debate. It is of utmost importance that everything is to be as flawless as possible. In this spirit, the preparations are well underway. My staff has seen to the lodgings and the chef has stocked up the larders. All that is left now is to send out the invitation. Bring me my most trusted courier. Oh, don't worry, Your Holiness. I'll get that loan off for me. Sardinia. New dynasty. Anglo-Saxon culture. Oh, actually, you were being educated by Anglo-Saxon, so that's why you adopted that culture. If this is going to make it... Well, never mind then. I guess he found someone else. Hey, want to send Angelo. Ah, yes, don't forget the betrothal. We still have a pact. And we should form an alliance. We need to stick together, you and I. My spies were able to inform a particular weakness on the diplomatic group of Monte Sant'Angelo. As a man of stewardship, I will present a clean and business-like approach. Didn't need to read the traits or his traits, I just have to assume. So now they are besieging Arcadia. There's only 2 holdings there. Guests are arriving this very moment. It is time for the grand debate to begin and spend the next few days to have each and every one display their knowledge to decide who is the best of us is. Let the debate commence. Aristotelianism spreads. There has been an interesting development at the court of Wali Masavia, the Sanhaja. Is an ethnic. Due to the eloquence and popularity of the local thinker, the Aristotelian philosophy has become all the range of the Sahajas, and has become a permanent feature of erudite discussions among them. What would they think of next? After some time spent listening to the debates between scholars of varying intellect, I admit to occasionally drifting onto my own thoughts. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised if there's one person that keeps bringing my attention back to the present. Prince Bishop Gizomar always has a way of words as well as alluring presence. I'm not sure what these feelings are. He is from Paderborn, Low Saxon. Didn't become envious to that fact. Get married right away. I kind of want to see what's going on in that situation over there. As for you, you'll be one for diplomacy, Katani. Little spy network. You could see the surrounding provinces there. So now we know who's who, what's going on over there. Plus giving us a little bit of reconnaissance of what it's like over there. Since it's a autonomous, independent republic of Messenia, the Polis of Messenia, led by the Sarkhan, which we plan on going to war against him next month for the control of that trade post. Actually, it's been delayed. It'll be by the end of this May. Ah, no wonder it's become restless, and there's a highway robber band. I see. Since I rule over a large Greek population, I eat quite a lot of Greek food. I found out that Greeks love eating kota, or greens, a bitter mix of plants and herbs. It's extremely bitter, though. I don't know if I can ever get used to it. I like being humble. Bitter foods can be tasty. Tried something new. Hey, I don't like you, but I like the Greek food. Alright. The deal is sealed. We have an alliance with Monte Sant'Angelo. The county that's always been independent and will remain so for some time. So coming this May, it's wartime. I don't even know who I want. Anyways, I've been declared the winner of the grand debate, showing all that no one is as knowledgeable as me or has the ability to put forth arguments quite like me. The sweetest all sounds is praise. Give me the money. The grand debate is over. So, it is a most successful event once again. Now they're gonna go crush that peasant revolt. Borrowing money and more money. But again, still tend to get... Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't do that. I'd be viewed as an uncivilized dueler if I asked her to duel with me. Plus, she's not that good of a duelist. Come on, two old people fighting each other? That sounds ridiculous. I simply want a divorce, but it cannot be requested because... Is he resting? Yeah, he's resting. Well, whenever he returns from his vacation, then he needs to hear my words. The trade post is finished. Now we can declare... No, we cannot. Well, we might as well just... Hey. Fabricate that claim. It's almost like it's a mistake to put in there. A small spear throwing competition could be entertaining. It's also a great way to enliven my battle training. Maybe I should arrange a contest in my court. My throwing arm will amaze everyone. Nobody managed to throw further than Corvolius. Okay. Huh. So, I guess we won't be able to take that trading post that he just built for himself. And after all, it's not a merchant republic, it's a republic. Just a normal republic. What the hell have we done? False religion disarray. There's room. Yeah, you know what? Whoa there. The workshops of Amalfi have a need for large numbers of new workers. By offering a bonus, it would be possible to make sure these workers are Langobard. Oh, finally introduce the Langobard culture and get rid of the Greek for good? You got it. Make it so. Throwing a bunch of money there. What's going on here? I'll help you to back that plot because I don't like him. One of my hunting parties caught a great white boar today. I am told it took 10 men to bring the beast down. The rumors of the effect has had on my soldiers already spread into the court. Bards are already composing songs, my lord. A captain tells you, but this certainly goes against my expectations. My vision. That could be so wrong. Hurry up and lose. With the passing away of my spouse, our quarrels finally ended and my mind can rest and concentrate better on important matters. At last. Don't want to ever hear it from her again. If I had my druthers, I would like to retire as a monk if I was a member of the, you know... No longer have a pulling intrigue. Well, in that case, never mind then. Give CK2 his position back. And give him that research culture tech again. Spread the tech to Neapolis. A man claiming to be a lord who disappeared 7 years ago has found his way to my castle. He sings of the fair queen of Elfland, and some say the songs are prophetic. He's finally found his way home then. Let's bring him here. Because we're always in the need of talented people, if any. Oh God. He's slow. He stutters, but he is humble, temperate, ambitious, and craven. My cooks have just received a shipment of parsley to use in my food. More parsley. Yeah, I used parsley before, didn't I? Tried something new with your Greek food. There you go. It is your ambition to increase the size of your domain. And that will be your life's ambition. So you're telling me that I can't take this area? Fortunately, these garrisons are low. So, there's your chance to get it back at them. So that way he'll conquer the Peloponnese. It'll be the new Peloponnese. Go for diplomatic education as well. While they busy, continue beating up each other. It's going to take a while to fabricate a claim. But it's possible I may want to move my spy master Oh, this is the sabotage province. This is another way to get a claim, which you need a lot of money for that. Messenia will be mine by a hook or by crook, whether if it's a trade post or a city, or the whole damn thing. No thank you. Due to the severe crackdown of corruption on my preferred markets, the smuggler operation is in danger of breaking down. I need to invest heavily to bribe more people to dispose of stolen products. I want to guarantee the future of the operation. Might even find new markets. Over 200. Okay, pay it. I wish we could find a ways to establish a non-aggression pact and we start working together. But instead we'll wait for Mr. Idiot to die and then I'll fight another war, which I'll help them out if it continues to prolong itself. Stratzimir has recently arrived at Amalfi. He's formally presented himself to court. My lord, I am on a campaign to take my rightful titles within the chiefdom of Shemisil, from Chief Borislav Borzislav. Your blessing, I wish to raise 40 Amalfi for my growing army. A Bulgarian monothelite. No, that's him, dummy. Polish. He may recruit an Amalfi, but I can't guarantee everything. And you say you can't guarantee everything a lot. You have a habit of saying that. %53% war score. One day they're gonna come into blows, and then the war will be won, and the Republic will be kicked out of the Peloponnese. A Tengrist Peloponnese will be established, and then the Greeks will continue to fight over the region, or whatever entities that'll be placed there. But it's highly doubtful. I mean, he's feudal, so it's doubtful that that he's going to adopt a new republic himself. The Republic of Bule. I'm a great-grandfather now. That tells you how old I am. I'm a great-grandfather. How do you like that? He occupied Argos, but now it won't take long for him to occupy this one. And then he'll either go to Laconia or go engage them in Achaea. But sooner or later, they're gonna come to blows. Anything against me? No. Good. Let's appoint a new domain overseer. Ah, that man. Why don't you die of gonorrhea already? None of the candidates impress me. Ask again some 5 years. Went to Laconia. 74%. So he needs to take Lacedaemon, Monevasia, and Helos. I have some interesting facts that could aid us. Put down on wall. Now it's going back to the capital. While at the same time waiting for the plane to be fabricated or something else so we could take that trade post. Since you apparently can't take it from a independent republic. Some would say it's stupid, others say it's fair. Others say indifferent. But you know, Saxo, since he's gonna have a good martial education, a chaste homosexual, seems to run in a family. Oh, dog it. But already has a daughter. But however, he is tall. We do need a mighty warrior in the Amalfian ranks. But sometimes I wish we have a future Doge to be one of heavy stewardship so we can get to the Great Trade League work. There goes some of my money. Speaking of money, throw the campaign fund to there. Still not enough. And don't forget you still have loans to pay. Relieve him from his commander position. That's another source of prestige. Hurry up and die of gonorrhea, will you? You lunatic. Hopefully you go into insanity. It seems setting him to die in battle didn't work. Church wants to organize a miracle play for a local saint in the domain. And it seems to feel it should fall on our shoulders to pay for it. Well, don't worry, he likes me well enough. If the church wants it, but the church pays for it. Speaking of paying. I've been staying up a lot lately out of boredom. I'll try to make the most of the habit of my bad health. And I just picked up Diligent for that. Of course, that lowers my health a little. A holy war against him? Against the Caliph himself? You must be mad. It's only for these 2 bits of Tripoli. Oh, peasant revolt, and it's definitely gonna happen here. After they take down this Castron, then they'll take the bishopric, and then I don't know how long they're gonna keep each other. They're gonna have to come to blows one day. Unless that Proto-Archon dies of his severe stress or whatever. And then I will then I will do something about that situation. make sure that those Bulgars win. To kick the Republic out of the Peloponnese. And waiting for the claim to be fabricated to take Messenia for myself. Because I made some mistakes. We thought it was going to create a feudal realm. It didn't. Instead, you made it into a republic. Not a merchant republic, but a republic. You idiot. As I tell myself that. Speed up a little. Why has she arrived in a court? Of course, from Pierce. As the Doge, I am faced with the proposal by other influential families to cut out a significant part of taxes charged to my vassals. Oh, here we go again. How much? Oh, God. For that many years? He went into hiding. So he's in hiding, so he won't gain as much prestige. But he's put a lot of money into the campaign fund, and so am I. But I'm not going to fall for your ploy. CK will take that prestige hit. Oh. It was bound to happen one day. Doge Landar has given up the ghost at 63. Well, it may be a natural death, but I believe his lack of sleep was his downfall. Having been horribly disfigured, Landar spent his last years unable to show his face in public, and not sleeping well. Death has finally freed his soul from his crippled body. Doge CK, having led the men against the infidel, CK's name is surely beloved in the eyes of God. Long live Doge CK. God dog it. All that money in the campaign fund that was well spent. All that for nothing. All that for nothing. Not to mention this foils the plans of future expansion into Messenia. Because we weren't able to beat him too. You know, taking that trade post for ourselves. But after all, CK is an adept. He's been promoted up there for some time. And soon he will be the Magus. As Saxo is a new commander. But keep in mind, I am not the Archon, I am not the Lord Mayor. I am Doge, as we use the title of the Republic of Crete just to feel like I represent something a little better. But this brother-in-law here, influence the election in my favor. I don't usually do that, but this would help me to do that. But nevertheless, we will remember Landar, the Philosopher Crusader. And now it's Doge CK's turn, although 40 years old. And he already has, he's already a grandfather himself. But it kind of depends on his education. And all that, so perhaps the line of warrior doges should begin. An ambitious one, so just for the sake of it, I will name him Designated Heir. You know, there's a lot of others, but Saxo's gonna be the one for now. And all that. So now we're back to reduced rank. But the only difference is I'm a republic within the republic. It's a republic within a republic. Which seems strange to some people, but there are benefits. Such as you get to have more commanders. 4 rather than 2. You can pass more laws, including the status of women. And plus you gotta get the council together, but it's of your people this time. And ultimately you could set a crowd focus now that you are a duchy tier. So the idea of the title of Crete is more ceremonial than anything else, as I do not hold Crete myself, as it's split by 2 different patrician families. And we can only hope that we wish that the host on the Vitam to kick them out of the Peloponnese, and this will remain Peloponnese and whatever and whatnot. And so, ladies and gentlemen, on the next episode, Doge CK2 will be in charge, as he is of a very high learning education, perhaps higher than his father. Thanks to his education in the Xene, and him being a Chinese philosopher, and a formidable fighter too. So yes, there's plenty of potential here. And in the future. And we know that Brother Lupus will eventually become the Emperor, since that man has never gotten children. In fact, I don't think he will ever. He lost his wife. And I'm sure we gotta form an alliance, cultural bonds again, so we can stick together for whatever we may need. All that. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the end of this episode. So the future, well, won't be as bright. Host claim Calabria. So Calabria is independent again. Nicopolis is weakened. And one day, we gotta get Messenia for ourselves. Nobody else but us. We simply want that trade post. Plus, you still have loans to repay since you just inherited from father. We got a lot of work to do in the next episode for this veteran crusader who is an Aristotelian. Well, he switched philosophies lately. So we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.